us from his seat that in no way were those invoices altered or falsified. Mr. Speaker, the Conservative candidates spent Conservative funds on Conservative ads. That's entirely legal. Questions in the prosecution, in the lawsuit, they interrupted the process with this visit with Liberal cameras. We find this very bizarre. Terry answers the same way the Liberals used to answer during the ad scam.
He indicated that advertisements considered local are done so not based on their content, but based on their tagline. We had the tagline right, we followed the rules, we did it right. By the then Chief Electoral Officer, Pierre Kingsley. He indicates that the content is left only within the confines of charter rights of freedom of expression. So, Mr. Speaker...
There is, in fact, that the RCMP had to search their offices last week. Why?
CEO of Elections Canada made it clear that the tagline, not the content, determines the nature of the ad expense. Thank you.
Honourable member, authorize the scheme. And when will he return the tainted rebate money?
Yes. I believe the member was asking when the Chief Electoral Officer of Elections Canada came up with this scheme. This was in a Mr. Speaker, the fact that the advertisements run by local candidates for the Conservative Party had national content has no regard because, in fact, we have freedom of expression in this country.
The honourable member...
Parliament that I didn't respect the Elections Act of Canada. I've been a member...
I have here before me a sworn affidavit from which I will read, and it refers to Ottawa area regional media buys of Liberal candidates, of which he was one. RMBs, regional media buys, involving at least the following Ottawa area Liberal candidates in the 2006 election: the member for Vanier, Lee Farnsworth, Michael Gaffney, Richard Mahoney, Elizabeth Metcalf. Mr. Speaker, the invoicing for this grouped media, I will be tabling these documents, Mr. Speaker, much to their dismay. The invoice numbers from each of these broadcasters to all the candidates are the same, indicating that it was a pooled or common buy. Documents included in this exhibit indicate that Richard Mahoney's campaign was paid a significant transfer from the Liberal Party on or about the same day that his campaign paid for a share of these regional media buys. What we have here is Liberal candidates running the same ad through the same invoice, and that at the same time as they were doing this, the National Liberal Party was transferring funds in to one of those ridings, Ottawa Centre, with the explicit purpose of financing those ads. That is precisely that member that I look at right now for Ottawa Vanier has not broken any laws. His only crime is hypocrisy.